Coming up on Hawk TV, we take a look at the NEHS Banned Books Committee,
the first show in the new Black Box Theater,
and Cheer celebrating its first Cheer Alumni Reunion.
Good morning, Hebron High School. I'm Lily Walters.
And I'm Manuel Nguanzo.
And this is Hawk TV for Thursday, October 5th.
Banned Books Week is taking place nationwide from October 1st to the 7th. The school's National English Honor Society has formed a committee to lead Hebron's participation in the awareness campaign. Landry Dale takes a closer look at how the club is preparing for the week.
The Banned Books Committee is a student-run organization designed to spread the awareness about the banning of books. Once led by the school library, students took over the school's participation in the campaign. Club sponsor Casey Sheehan explains the importance of the committee being student-led.
NEHS wants to always spread awareness about issues in literacy. So part of that is talking about what texts are banned and what books people don't have access to. And so the students really rose up and they were like, why are we banning books, right? And so they very much want to be a part of doing something to speak out against the banning of books.
There are currently 871 books banned in the U.S., and 801 of those books are banned in districts across Texas, making it the state with the most banned books. Over 40% of these books have LGBTQ+ or character of color protagonist. NEHS reporter and Banned Books Committee member Maya Morelli says it's important as high schoolers to be exposed to different viewpoints,
because it prevents us a lot of the time from reading the perspectives, reading the voices of people who are different than us and who we might otherwise never get to hear.
While certain books have been banned due to containing mature content, Morelli says that there have been numerous motives for removing books from library shelves.
So there's definitely some books that are not appropriate and some books that maybe we shouldn't make so accessible. But I think it's really important to think about why we're truly banning them and who maybe doesn't want us to be reading certain books.
LASD has not participated in the ban. However, with the amount only rising, LASD could follow suit. Sheehan says she hopes LASD will align with its mission and stay firm on their current policies.
If we limit what kids can read and who they can read about, it limits their experience of the world. And LISD's mission is to make sure that our students are confident to go out into the world and to conquer it in whatever way they want.
Book bans occur at many levels, from individual schools to school district boards to state governments. Many of the people involved in the decision-making are elected officials.
I will never stop advocating for students to be informed and for students as soon as they're able to start voting and even have these conversations with their parents.
So I think at the end of the day, it's going to take more than 1 week. It's going to take students and parents and community members really taking a stand against book banning and thinking critically about why these bans are happening in the first place before we start seeing changes in that.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Landry Dale.
Thanks, Landry. If you want to get involved with Banned Books Week, be sure to talk to Ms. Sheehan or a member of the committee for more details.
After spending a year and a half in the recruitment process, junior Jordan Patrick verbally committed to play sand volleyball at the college of her choice. Amani NEHS takes a look.
At the start of her sophomore season, junior Jordan Patrick began her college search with 2 requirements, volleyball and the beach. Jordan's mother, Stephanie Patrick, recounts their first visit to College of Charleston in South Carolina.
We one time went to go visit Paige and, of course, went on the campus. It was just about time to start her recruiting stuff and sending out videos, and it's beautiful. So she went back for a camp and fell in love. So that was her top choice out of all the colleges that we were looking at.
Over the summer, Jordan played on the national team for Mad Sands, the #1 beach club in the nation, and took first place in the BBCA Nationals. With over a dozen medals in her pocket for regional qualifiers, Jordan had no doubts on going Division I.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I was about to cry. It's just like my dream school, my #1, like since day one. And so just like hearing like we would like to give you the first offer of 2025, just really just like made my heart explode. And it's just, I will like forever replay it, and I still feel so unreal.
We spent almost a month in California doing some tournaments and stayed in contact with the coaches. They wanted to know what she was doing, how things were going for her, and sending in some videos. And so it just seemed very positive. And then when they invited us out to discuss what their plans were, we were really crossing our fingers that this was going to be it. And it was, thank goodness.
Coaching indoor for 15 years and sand volleyball for 7, Coach TJ Staples attributes Jordan's successes to her positivity and determination on the court.
I think if you are not enjoying the process, which is way more important than any of the accolades, if you're enjoying the process, things start to fall into place. But her joy for the game, love for the game, and that translates straight to her effort. Like, she is always, if you watch her in a match, you couldn't tell if she was 10 points down or 10 points up. She's going to pursue every single ball every single time and max out the effort, which we love to see.
Now verbally committed to College of Charleston, Jordan plans on utilizing her last years of high school to develop as an athlete and prepare for college beach volleyball.
Nice touch!
My goal in the next few years is definitely probably being #1 court, or trying to build up my my skill and to be as best player as I can, and maybe even teammate. I'm just super excited for college, and I'm excited to see what the future brings, and it's gonna happen.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Alumni NEHS.
Thanks, Amani. You can stay up to date on Jordan's volleyball career. You can follow her on her Instagram at JordanPatrick2025.
With a diverse student body, the school is full of differing opinions. So we got 8 students together and asked them some burning questions to see if they could defend their opinion.
My name is Antonio.
I'm Addie. I'm Alexa. I'm Sophie. I'm Amy. I'm Archana.
I'm Sheldon. I'm Bo.
And we're playing Agree or Disagree.
No, it's fine. Like, if I actually ate a pineapple.
When you actually.
I've never I know it's fruit. They don't belong with me.
It's just the piss and cheese, like, corner.
I had it before and it was the college. It needs to be by itself for us to do it.
I'm not for long with it. Where you put it on?
Look, I agree. I don't agree. And I disagree because, like, sometimes, you know, when you run out of cereal and then you sell the milk, so you just pour the cereal.
That's different. You don't, that's what not happening with 4 milk.
What's the same thing?
No.
No, but sometimes the cereal gets like too like
soggy?
Yeah. No.
Soggy, ew.
You add enough milk to make it where it's not soggy. You control it.
No, but like, you put the cereal on top of the milk, like, then you mix it up.
So, like, do you actually, like, you get after breakfast and you put milk first? You open up your fridge and you put milk first. And then you
There's Superman. No, Superman is him, bro. Superman is that guy.
Dawkins rich. He got money. He's on top. Like, do you see Superman having that?
Yes.
Batman's cute.
Batman's like serious. Superman is so cool.
Thanks for watching.
Smash the like button right here.
Smash the like button. Comment and follow.
Thank you to all the students who participated.
Hebron Cheer brought in an alumni from the class of 2003 through 2023 to celebrate the first Cheer Alumni Reunion last week. Miller On takes a closer look at the preparation of this event.
With the cheer team having its first alumni reunion at last week's homecoming game, Coach Courtney Jackson says that she hopes it was an enjoyable experience for the alumni.
Since it's the first one, we don't really have like a clear set plan. We have ideas and just kind of let it see how it ends up working out. I do know that we are meeting with them at the beginning to show them the new changes in the locker room that they haven't seen yet, the changes in the school. We're going to do a tour. They're going to meet up with their former cheerleader teammates, get to talk to them. We're going to go over cheers, and maybe they'll refresh those so they can do them possibly on the sideline, and then they'll have a dinner and get a shirt, and then they're going to be on the field for the first quarter.
Cheer captain Kate Foudy says the alumni reunion provided an opportunity to reconnect with her old friends and mentors.
I was really excited because I missed a lot of my friends, and I thought that I would never see like a lot of them probably again, or just like in a long time. So it's going to be great to see everyone.
2020 Hebron graduate and cheer alumni Caitlin Curtin says that she appreciates being given the chance to catch up with her former teammates and rekindle her passion for the sport.
I have really missed high school cheer, and having this night has allowed all of us from all of our classes to come back together and stunt together and just see what everyone's up to.
Curtin says that her experience in Hebron cheer left her with a new family that will last a lifetime.
I definitely think Hebron cheer has left an impact on me after high school. They say that you meet a lot of your lifetime friends through Greek life and college, and while that is true, I met a lot of mine through Hebron cheer in the 4 years I did it.
Jackson says she was hopeful the experience would have a positive impact on the program.
Just really excited for it. It'll be a kind of a jam-packed thing because it's homecoming and the naming of Brian Brazel Stadium, but I just think it'll be super exciting for everyone and cool for our current cheerleaders to see.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Miller On.
Thanks, Miller. You can come support the cheer girls at tomorrow night's football game at Plano Senior.
Hebron's theater program is performing its first play of the school year, Clue, in the new Black Box Theater from October 12th to October 15th. Emma Jung takes a look at how the actors are impacted by the new area and how it's affecting the program as a whole.
Hebron's new Black Box Theater completed construction this summer and was designed to be a flexible performance space, specifically for the theater program. Though some weren't sure how the new area would turn out, Senior Assistant Stage Manager Daniel Johnson says his expectations were exceeded regarding the new space.
I think the new Black Box is really great. I wasn't expecting it to be so grand and large. We have plenty of room to work with, and the booth for tech is also just as wonderful, and the lights and just everything is perfect, and I really couldn't imagine it much better.
Students like Sophia Wheeler and Johnson can see the growth of their skills since the Black Box first opened.
I think my skills have improved because I have learned how to act to 3 sides of an audience, and that's a lot harder because everyone wants to see the show. I think Miss T has helped us a lot, and she has helped us learn different ways to face when you're acting and how it's okay if your back is turned to the audience sometimes, which I find that really interesting because that's like a big no in a auditorium.
You know, the new environment really helps me grow as an actor and also as a techie who gets to experience the growth of the department as a whole, trying to do something we've never done before as a department and making sure that it's just as good as we've done in previous years and also try to improve as a whole.
Clue, a murder mystery based on the 1944 board game, will be the first show to debut the new theater. New head director Chelsea Thornburg and Wheeler explain how the new area will improve Clue as a whole.
We're putting the audience inside the game board. Instead of in an auditorium space, the audience would just be looking like if you cut the mansion in half. And so I think it's actually, to me, it's more fun in a black box.
Since it takes place in one location, in a black box you can't really change the set very easily. So I think it makes it more interactive and more interesting to see all the characters move from room to room, even though we're only in one room.
Thornburg gives insight to how the new Black Box has brought the students together as a community.
Theater needs a lot of room to do a lot of things. It can be just anything we need it to, and so it actually has almost given theater a home. I'm seeing how this new theater space has just truly brought the kids together because it gives them a space to have ownership of, you know.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Emma Jung.
Thanks, Emma. Tickets for Clue will be $10 at the door.
With the current record of 3-2, the football team is preparing for its upcoming game after a victory in last week's homecoming game. Reagan Mitchell takes a closer look.
This past football game, Hebron Hawk Stadium was officially renamed in dedication of the previous head coach, Brian Brazel, who had recently passed. Garrison Blair and Jesse McElroy talk about Brazel's impact on Hebron and what the renaming means.
I mean, I only was coached by him for 2 years, so he hasn't, he of course had a big impact for me then, but I know he was a part of FCA. He would invite people over to his house, and he would always bring donuts. mean, he would do things on Christmas, like dress up as Santa. He would go to like elementary schools and middle schools and things of that sort.
I feel like Coach Brazel, he was such a good guy. I mean, like my freshman year, he would always he was basically like a family guy. Like he always looked out for people and he always pushed you to be your best. So I feel like renaming the stadium is a big deal.
Along with the renaming, this past game was Heber's first homecoming football game win in almost 3 years. Blair talks about what this win did for the team and what it means moving forward.
I feel like there's no game that's as big as homecoming. I mean, for any school, you know, it has the most people most of the time. So when you can play under that, like with that many people watching you and under that much pressure and that many distractions, you can go out there, you can win. We were winning pretty handily. I mean, we gave up a few touchdowns that didn't really need to be given up, but you know, it gives us a lot of confidence, I feel like, going into the next part of the season.
Coming off the HOCO win and having 4 players initially injured, the team had to strategize. McElroy explains how they plan to take this new game plan to their next games.
We limited our playbook, so we didn't show everything, and we just had people that didn't play like the whole game and stuff like that. So I feel like now with everybody being healthy and we're opening our playbook up more, we're going to be fine. We're going to win.
With upcoming games every week in hopes to make it to playoffs, Blair dives into varsity's plan to improve.
I feel like we're figuring out our identity. You know, of course, defensively, I'm on the defense. I mean, we're figuring out our identity every game, you know, figuring out whether we're like a blitz-heavy team or whether we're a zone-heavy team and, like, you know, just drop back and play. And then offensively, figuring out your identity, figuring out whether we want to run the ball and be ball control or if we want to throw the ball all around the yard and, you know, try and put up 50, 60 points and, you know, make it, you know, shootout games. So I feel like game after game, we're improving in the sense of we're understanding our identity more, and then we're also, and then I feel like that's just helping us improve as the season goes along.
Reporting for Hawk TV, I'm Reagan Mitchell.
Thanks, Reagan. The football team will play against Plano tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the Clark Stadium.
In other sports news, the volleyball team will play Plano East tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. at the Plano East High School.
That's it for today's episode. I'm Manuel Inguanzo.
And I'm Lillian Walters. Have any story suggestions? Send us a message through one of our social media accounts.
And make sure to follow us on X, Instagram, and TikTok.